Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Maya. Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनम की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 8, the character of Bharat Maharaj, text number 8. It is in prose order. I will just read. We will read word to word meaning and everything. तस्यः एव कुनक उच्चैरेतास्मिन् कृता निजाभिमानस्य अहस्तत्पोषण पालन लालन प्रीडनादिनि एधनात्मनियमा सहयामा पुरुष पंचार्याद्य एकाधिकशः कतिपयैर् गणेन युज्यमान किल सर्व एवो दशवान्. What word meaning? Please repeat after me. Tasya, of that king, hava, indeed, yena kunake, in the deer calf, uchaihi, greatly, etasmin, in this, kruta nija abhimanasya, who accepted the calf as his own son. Aha, aha, every day, tat poshana, maintaining that calf, palana, protecting from danger, lalana, raising it or showing love it by kissing and so on, prenana, petting it in love, anudhyanena, by such attachment, atmaniyamaha, his personal activities for taking care of his body, sahayamaha, with his spiritual duties such as non-violence, tolerance and simplicity. Purusha Parichaya Adhyaha, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead and performing other duties. Eka Ekashaha, every day. Katipayena, with only a few. Aha Ganena, days of time. Viyujyamana, being given up. Kila, indeed. Sarve, all. Eva, certainly. Udavasan, became destroyed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gradually, Maharaj Bharata became affectionate towards the deer. He began to raise it and maintain it by giving it grass. He was always careful to protect it from the attacks of tigers and other animals. When it itched, he petted it, and in this way, he always tried to keep it in a comfortable condition. He sometimes kissed it out of love. Being attached to raising the deer, Maharaj Bharat forgot the rules and regulations for the advancement of spiritual life. And he gradually forgot to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And after a few days, he forgot everything about his spiritual advancement. Purport. From this, we can understand how we have to be very cautious in executing our spiritual duties by observing the rules and regulations and regularly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. If we neglect doing this, we will eventually fall down. We must rise early in the morning, bathe and attend Mangala Arati, worship the deities, chant the Hare Krishna Mantra, study the Vedic literatures, and follow all the rules prescribed by the Acharyas and the spiritual master. If we deviate from this process, we may fall down even though we may be highly advanced. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 18.5, Yajnadana tapakarma natyajam karyameva tat yajnodhanam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up but should be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even great soul. Even if one is in the renounced order, you should never give up the regulative principles. You should worship the deity and give his time and life to the service of Krishna. You should also continue following the rules and regulations of austerity and penance. These things cannot be given up. One should not think oneself very advanced simply because one has accepted the sannyas order. The activities of Bharat Maharaj should be carefully studied for one's spiritual advancement. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Ananjanashalakhaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamin Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, seeking blessings from all the assembled devotees so that I can repeat whatever I heard from my superiors as service to all the Vaishnavas and as a glorification to the Lord and for my own purification. Recently I was discussing with one devotee about this Bharat Maharaj pastime. He is a very senior devotee and he told sometimes in Iskcon for any deviations or fall downs they quote Bharat Maharaj very quickly. And he was telling Bharat Maharaj's position is very exalted. you know. Yeah, that is true. It is like, one boy is arguing with one elderly person. This boy is fifth pass out. That elderly person is failed in CA, Chartered Accountant exam. And he is telling actually, I pass, you fail. Who is great? This fellow passed only fifth class and that fellow failed in Chartered Accountant one subject or something. And you cannot compare with actually our success in spiritual life and Bharat Maharaj fall down or our fall down with him also. Even though he fell down actually, he is very still great. He is still able to remember all his past life and everything. So here it is seen that how gradually Bharat Maharaj is becoming very attached to the deer, and he slowly Jai Shri Shada Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Gaurnita ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. And how he gradually gave up all his spiritual practices, and over a period of time completely gave up all his spiritual practice. Um, so it is said advancement is very slow, but degradation is very fast. Degrading is very fast actually. Advancement is very slow. But even though it is seen very gradually, but it is very fast gradual. You know, but advancement is very slow gradual, but degradation is very fast and gradual. Hmm. So here the is it wrong first of all what Bharat Maharaj did? That is the first question. Huh? Is it wrong to bring the deer and no caring for it? So in one place, His Grace Radhesham Prabhu says actually it is not wrong actually what he did, but something wrong how he did it. So Prabhu says about two things. One is affection and attachment. Hmm. We should have affection, but we should not have attachment. If you see the same thing in the case of Dhritarashtra, yeah, he got attached to Duryodhana. His is not just affection, it is attachment. So it is Prabhupada writes, he is not only blind physically, but he is blind to spiritual advancement also. That's what is Dhritarashtra. He is blind externally also and internally. In all kinds, he is blind. So that's why he couldn't discipline Duryodhana. And whatever he is demanding, and he literally pampered Duryodhana instead of raising him or something. He pampered. So something more than required. So here also the Bharat Mara also doing something similar actually. He is not just taking care, he is ended up becoming pampering that deer. So this is the thing actually. We have to apply our emotions, but when emotions are applied in a wrong place, in a wrong way, then the problem is actually they lead to more and more degradation. The same thing happens with the gadgets also actually. Hmm. We have to use the things and love the people, it is said, but we are loving the things. In that we are applying our emotions to gadgets. Uh, so the thing is when you are taking care of this deer or anything, that a kind of satisfaction comes actually. Swami Swamitva Bhavana. It is like Krishna says, Suhrudam Sarvabhutanam. I am the well-wisher of everybody. So we also feel that actually I am the Suhrudam Sarvabhutanam. The satisfaction which that gives actually, everybody knows actually who has some followers and everything. you know the satisfaction of giving shelter, I am there. you know I will tell you what to do, you do that. Everything will be all right. So that people also say, Prabhu, nobody is there, you are only there. Okay, I'm there. I don't have time, but I'm taking you for time for you. So like that gives a sense of uh, satisfaction also. But that is only the finer line actually, where it is, you know here the thing is, anything you offer in this world, that keeps on demanding more and more. It's not just actually you gave time to little bit and he asks, he will reveal more. you know More problems are there, more things are there than it. And we think that we are helping. Hmm? It is also the same thing. Bharat Maharaj gave time to the deer, but it is demanding more and more of his attention and time and everything. So in that way he forgot actually that he is giving time more and more. He couldn't understand that I am giving in more. So certainly it is happens with all of us also in our life. Every day it happens actually. The day hour begins, Mangalarati starts, Samsara Dava Naralida Loka. Mind goes somewhere. you know and now and again, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasad. Sometimes it it comes actually, Hare, ho gaya, Mangala Aarati over. Again, Narsimha Aarati starts, again went somewhere at the end, Jai Narsimhadev, again it comes back little bit. Again, Tulsi Aarati, Namo Nama Tulsi Krishna Prayase, again last, thoda, Vrindaya Tulsi Devi, last me. Now I will be Sikshashtakam, I will be attentive. Again, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, it starts and last Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That Japa, what he reads, he only knows actually. That fellow who is reading, he only attentive most of the times. Nobody knows actually what it is read also. Uh, and afterwards comes Japa, you know. Japa also the same thing. One round it starts. Japa has another phase also. You may go to sleep also, And we don't know actually. I slept so much. Huh? Half an hour over and it is mala is there only. Half of the mala only went. So it is very, you know, incomprehensible actually. How when it started and where it went, how long it went, how much time it passed. We don't understand only whole thing over. Sometimes Bhagavatam class also it starts and over also and Jai Radha Madhav, we are awake and afterwards sleep and Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, we are again awake. So and these are the, in our case, these are like Bharat Maharaj, type every day happens more or less to so many times also. We are not free from it. So, but the thing actually here, Bharat Maharaj is very rich in emotions in terms of Krishna. He is not just having some mundane emotions for mundane objects. He is very rich in emotions, in Krishna. That's why he is on the platform of Bhava. Actually, it is previously also it is told actually is Nainam Galada Shrudaraya. Is that those kind of symptoms are visible in the Bharat Maharaj. So it is not ordinary soul actually. He is very very advanced personality, very very rich in Krishna conscious realizations and very exalted personality. And we say Krishna Prema Vina Vyartha Daridra Jivana. He is very rich also in that way. He is full of Krishna Prem. So, but the thing is actually when he invested something, in that also he invested his emotions to some deer. So in that way, he also maybe saw it as a helpless child, part and parcel of God, and something we have to help. But slowly, slowly, when it started, how it started, you know, that small helpless deer completely exhausted his khajana of Krishna Prem. It is not exhausted; it is locked. You can say it cannot be exhausted. It completely he became bankrupt in one sense, actually, and he became totally pauper. So in that way, it actually very interesting actually. In this world, that's what happens actually. Anything you show little bit, that demands more and more, more and more, and that's why His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu says that typical story that in a village there is a lot of scarcity for water, so nobody is getting any water. So there is only one person in whom in whose home there is a well, in that there is good amount of water is there, and whole village is suffering, and he is having the opulence of having water. Then that news came to the people, and they requested actually, can we also draw some water from your well? So he told, okay, take. So everybody is coming and taking little little, and slowly what happened, people started putting some motor only. you know People started putting some motor connections and everything, they are drawing water and everything, and slowly the thing actually, he didn't have any water for himself actually, you know so then Prabhuji says actually what he should be doing. Can he say that I don't give you any water? It is only for me. No. There is a time actually you can draw water. There should be a time which again the well gets recuperates, gets the water back actually through getting some other bridges nearby. streams and it gets again water filled up. So he has to keep some time. This is the timings actually, between this time and this time you can collect water, and other time it is not. So in that way he is serving the other people also, and he is making sure that his well is not completely dried up. So but here this deer did not give any time to Bharat Maharaj to again get back his spiritual things. So here it is seen, what he lost in, if you read in the word to word translation, Prabhupada writes that actually uh, he gave up his spiritual duties such as non-violence, tolerance, and simplicity. Hmm? He lost simplicity. His life became so complicated, that means actually, with the taking care of the deer. And non-violence he gave up. That means what? He is violent towards his own soul. He is putting his life at risk actually. He is violent towards his own soul by giving up spiritual practices. Hmm. So, in that way, he completely got uh, carried away. So, it is said becoming serious in Krishna consciousness means about two things. We have to be serious about Krishna and serious about Maya. Hmm. Here, Bharat Maharaj is so serious about Krishna. That's why he gave up whole his kingdom and everything, and he came to the forest to, pursue his spiritual life. Typical Gaurang Sabha candidate. Gave up everything, because everything is a distraction. But the problem, he is not serious with Maya. He is serious about Krishna, but he is not serious about Maya. So he didn't took that aspect of Maya seriously. That's why Maya came and it deviated him. So, on the other hand, we see the example about Sauvarimuni. Hmm. He is so serious about Maya. Everything Maya, everywhere Maya. So, everywhere distraction. Let us go under the water and do our sadhana. So, he went so much under the water, but he is not serious about Krishna. So, that means mainly two reasons why a devotee get deviated or leave Krishna consciousness. One is inattentive in sadhana, another is Vaishnava aparadha. These are the two main reasons actually. Most of the cases, people get carried away. So here, Bharat Maharaj case, he became inattentive in his sadhana. So that's why he is careless about sadhana. So he got carried away. There, Shaubari Muni, he end up committing Vaishnava offenses. Even though he was so serious about Maya and everything, he went underwater and he had some dispute with Garuda, who is the pure devotee of the Lord, and he cursed Garuda, thinking that he is the well wisher of the snakes or fishes around that place. So, in that way, as soon as we commit Vaishnava aparad, it is said the result is we get attracted towards non-devotee association. Hmm? Non-devotee association, we start liking it very much. So that is the blessing, we can say, for anybody who do Vaishnava Aparad. We start delighting in non-devotee association, mundane association. So in that way, he got attracted towards that, fishes and everything, and he ended up becoming completely materialistic. So these are the two cases actually we can see. And even in the lives of acharyas, how they are very very cautious in dealing with material energy. We can see that life of His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He is a very exalted personality. He chanted Shatakoti Nama Japa, every day chanting 192 rounds for so many years together, almost like Haridas Thakur only, right? And Prabhupada gives the example that there is one very, his disciple, one of the disciple is there, husband and wife, and they are talking to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the common forum. And the Mataji asks Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur that Guru Maharaj, I want to talk to you. Then he says, yes, we can talk. No, not here, privately, one to one. Then he says, no, you can't. Whatever you can talk now here. Everybody is our people only. There is nothing is not required. So, and Prabhupada says actually she is almost like his granddaughter. He is very elderly and she is very young actually. But still, he didn't agree actually to meet private meeting with her. So that shows actually how much the advanced people also very very careful in dealing with material energy. And even more extreme example is Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And it happens that one day when he was in his bhajan kutir or some hut kind of thing, in that a snake enters. and know and he was not aware that snake enters, and one Mataji, she happened to see, and she comes running into the hut and she says, Babaji Maharaj, there is snake inside, please move out. And then he says, you first get out. Babaji Maharaj, there is snake. You are the bigger snake than that snake. That is not that much dangerous than you. You get out from this place, he says. you know. So it is, you can see. And one more thing, actually, we can see here the problem with Bharat Maharaj. One of the main problem, he is not in the association of devotees. He is practicing even though he is alone. So, His Holiness Radhanand Maharaj says, if he is in the association of devotees, then somebody would have reminded, oh, my dear Bharat Prabhu, what are you doing? You are getting carried away. So, like that, you would have told. So, the problem actually, even though he is very exalted, but somehow, because of not in the good association, so he was more uh, having problem. So in that way, we are the only advantage for us comparing to Bharat Maharaj is actually we are even more getting carried away, but we are in association. So in that way, we are again and again reminded. So it is said, anybody who has read once also Prabhupada books, he knows actually what is the goal of life. Huh? Goal of life is to purify our heart and go back to Godhead. But that doesn't remain in our brain. Only in the association of devotees that will be in the forefront. Otherwise, that goes into the background. Anything in the background, it is not doesn't work actually. Only when it is in the forefront, only it will be, it will be of useful. So like that, every Bhagavatam speaker is told actually we should end class by 9 o'clock. But we may forget, so they keep this notice in front. So you are reminded, okay, it is there. I should end class by 9 o'clock. you know. So when it is in forefront only, you know it. Otherwise, I know it. I know. But when it is put in front of me, okay, it is. A notice is there. Sometimes, even though it is there, we may get carried away. But you know. So in that way, the purpose of association actually is to keep things in very graphically in the forefront, so that you are very strongly reminded and cautioned, and in that way we are helped. So in that way, it is said, when you are alone, you are with mind. When you are in the association, you are with intelligence. So, so this is a problem with actually when Bharat Maharaj is alone. As he becoming alone, our mind is there. Mind means it get carried away by feelings. It doesn't discriminate. But intelligence is that it has some power of discrimination. So here, Prabhupada is telling, just because you are a sannyasi or something, don't think actually I am beyond. No. So here it is giving the example about Bharat Maharaj, and Prabhupada is quoting this sloka from Bhagavad Gita. Yajna dana tapak karma natyajam karyamevatat yajno dana tapaschaiva pavanani manishnaha. So even though somebody is very very great soul, you should not give up these things: sacrifice, charity, and penances. That's why we see, even though somebody is very advanced, they're also practicing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. They're also attending Mangala Arati. They also attend Bhagavatam class. you know, they also follow ekadasi, just because he spent many years. No, I don't need to follow ekadasi, no, I don't need to chant Hare Krishna. That sometimes I remember actually one point of time my mother asked, is your spiritual master also still chants? No, because they spend many years now, maybe they feel that now it is not required for them. That's what they're understanding, that you know it's not required for them, no, because they spend many. That's how people think actually. They chant even more happily actually. They chant with more delight, they attend artis with more delight, and they hear the class with more happiness. Uh, so this is what the easy thing. Somebody, nobody should think that I am beyond all these things. Then that is the time actually is a problem starts. Hmm? I think Sudama Prabhu says, huh? सुनने का समय हो गया, अभी सुनाने का समय आ गया. You know, till now I am hearing, now I will make others hear. Then that problem starts actually. You know. So here Prabhupada is stating these three things: yajna, dana, and tapa. These things, even though great souls also, they get even more purified. Recently, I happened to go to one temple. They put this sloka on hundi. You know, everybody must give charity. You know. Yajnadana tapaschaiva pavanani manishna. Even the great souls also get purified by giving charity. Oh, interesting. So here Prabhupada is writing actually, uh, we must, it is not no we can or something, we must rise early in the morning and bathe, attend Mangala Arati, worship the deities, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, study the Vedic literatures, and follow all the rules prescribed by the acharyas and the spiritual master. So Prabhupada very emphatically saying we must. Hmm. Otherwise, even though somebody is very advanced personality, also he may gradually uh, get carried away. So one of the thing actually what I commonly little bit observed, even though within devotee association, uh, so devotees feel alone. You know, so here Bharat Maharaj is alone literally, but devotees are alone, even though in the association, because it is their association externally, but there is no proper connectivity between the devotees. So it is said, you feel more lonely when you are surrounded by wrong people than being alone. It is said, you know, it is like sometimes we travel in a bus or something, you know, and afterwards when you reach, you know, they ask actually how you came. Some devotees are with there with you, means they say I came alone. But you did not came alone, you came with many people in the bus or train. You know, but why do you say we came alone? Because we have nothing to do with them. You know. So similarly, when we are with surrounded by so many people, also sometimes we have not much, nothing to do spiritually with them. There is no, you know, six exchanges doesn't happen among devotees. You know, it said dadati pratigrihnati guhyamakyati pruchati bunje bojayateva chaiva shadvidam priti lakshanam. So the first thing and last thing happens, but the middle thing, which is the heart, it doesn't happen. You know, so because the other two things, what are four things are to facilitate this thing, that guhyamakyati pruchati, we should have some spiritual exchange, uh, based on some Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. To the degree we, you know, exchange, to the degree there is a connectivity and no, there is association. Otherwise, more or less, it is only social gathering, even within devotee circle also. So in that way, many devotees are also alone, even though they are surrounded by many people. They are alone actually. So it's almost same like Bharat Maharaj story only. For everybody, it is like Bharat Maharaj story only, even though they are in the association. So here Prabhupada is telling actually, he should worship the deity and give his time and life to the service of Krishna. Huh? So if one really serves Krishna, actually Krishna will surely protect. Krishna is Rishikesha, so master of the senses. If you are engaging in the service of Krishna, Krishna surely protects our mind and senses. So Krishna is not protecting our mind and senses means we are not serving Krishna. We are serving our own mind. That's all. Externally we are maybe serving Krishna, but we are not serving Krishna. We are serving our own mind and senses. So in that way, it is, that's why Krishna is not able to protect, even though you want to protect, because we are not. It is like putting our charger in a socket and not putting on the light, you know, not putting on the switch. So will it charge? It will not charge. So similarly, the problem is that actually, to the degree we are on the mental platform, you know, that's what difference between devotee and non-devotee is this actually. A non-devotee is one who is on the mental platform. Yasyasya bhakti bhagavati yakinchana sarvai gunaiस्तत्र samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathe nasati davato bahi. So who is non-devotee? It is told who is traveling on the chariot of the mind. He is a non-devotee. That is the difference between devotee and non-devotee. Devotee is one who lives on spiritual platform. A non-devotee is one who lives on mental platform. That's why he is a non-devotee. He can do anything. He may end up doing anything because he is on the mental platform. So this is the problem actually. To the degree we are on the mental platform, anytime anything can happen. So sometimes what happens, anybody within the authorities also, they hesitate to tell the devotees, you may be, you know, deviating or something. Sometimes authorities feel how he may take it, you know, that is one fear. One more thing, maybe I may be wrong, you know, I may be wrongly judging him, maybe he may be correct only. That is the two kinds of doubtful things by which actually authorities also may not be able to tell the subordinates or any equals also, may hesitate to give any feedback, you know. So in that case actually nobody gets any help, because they are little doubtful, maybe Vaishnava अपराध हो जाएगा, you know, something like that. So in that case, what happens actually, there is only one medium is there, that they will speak in public forum like this with indicating something, you know, you know. So in that way somebody may understand who is fortunate, who is intelligent, who is sincere. So he may able to understand, otherwise he will not understand only. So in that way, Krishna Katha is the only hope for anybody that gives reminder about deviations, whatever is happening in our mind. That's it's called Darshan Shastra. Just like you go in front of mirror and see yourself. So when you hear this Krishna Katha in the association of sincere devotees, so Krishna reveals actually whatever within our heart. So His Holiness Radharani Maharaj says, if you regularly and attentively hear Krishna Katha, Maya's tricks will be exposed. So the tricks which are done by Maya, it is exposed actually. That's why we hear Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. So in that way we can get help, even though we are also in the helpless situation like Bharat Maharaj. The only hope is hearing regularly in the association of sincere devotees. That gives more faith, that improves our faith. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any question answers are Prabhu asking. Time is over, but
Hare Krishna. Thank you for a very nice class. There's a point you are talking about taking Maya seriously. So, how to apply it practically? Like, how we take Maya seriously? Are we supposed to be very fearful consciousness? We understand alertness towards Maya, but um, so alertness towards Maya comes by being conscious of Krishna. So, what do we mean by Maya conscious? Means how can we conscious of Maya to safeguard ourselves? How to practically translate it? What does it mean? Because in Ishupnishad also we read Avidya, Vidya, both. You know. And that does not mean that we go towards Avidya. So how to practically understand?
Okay, I will share my little understanding about this. Uh, Taking Maya seriously means actually that uh, first of all, actually, we have to be somewhat aware about our spiritual status and our vulnerability, how we are vulnerable, and we know actually where we are weak at. Sometimes in newspapers or some TVs, some cricket is coming or something, you know, and basically. We have to have balanced sadhana. To the degree we have balanced sadhana, it is many things are taken care. But sometimes it requires that we may have to do more in terms of dealing with mental energy and everything. So at that time we should be in the back of the mind, we should be very have clarity that I am giving in more, so I should again you know reinstate myself. It is like you are doing some kind of you know some work where you have to compromise on your food, you know for some time. One day you are not taking food properly, second day you are not taking food properly, but at the sometimes you should know actually where I should again nourish myself and reinstate myself. So that alertness should be there somewhere for us also. Actually, we may be giving more, but at the back of the mind we should be knowing actually. But the thing sometimes we may not know actually, that completely snatches us and takes in, and we think still I am energetic. Still I am energetic, I can handle actually. That's how it happens actually. Somebody is fasting one day, he can be healthy, second day also he can be healthy. Sometimes no, that hunger dies and you will not understand I am still healthy only, no, I can go on, you know so that is a thing at the back of the mind. We should be knowing actually that I did not do sadhana for these many days properly, that I am dealing. It should not go so much long actually. It shouldn't go so long. So we should know sometime and come back. Maybe some different people have different capability to prolong that for long time. Understand, some people can fast 2 days, some people can fast 5 days, you know that is their capacity, and they can eat afterwards once in a while, and no, they can again reinstate. So in that way, different people, some people has to eat once in 3 hours. So it varies from person to person, and in that way we should be at the back of the mind, we should know actually how far we are going, you know we should be able to reinstate ourselves. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki